Hi, my dear students of Standard 10. So let's plunge straight into our textbook today. We left with Antony talking over Caesar's corpse. We are on Act 3, Scene 1. And the last lecture, that is lecture number 3, where we left was Antony crying over Caesar's corpse. We begin with lecture number 4. Please open your textbooks to the line where we left. So I'll just read from here. Where Antony has been talking, that my credit stands on slippery ground, and I hope that you all don't think that I am a coward or a flatterer. You might think that I am a coward or a flatterer. That I did love Caesar, it is true. If then thy spirit look upon us now, shall it not grieve thee dearer than thy death? So where Antony has been talking to Caesar's corpse, and he has been saying that I did love Caesar a lot, and Caesar, your corpse will grieve over the fact that I am shaking my hands with the people who are your murderers, those who have killed you. Okay. So shaking the bloody hands of thy foes, most noble in the presence of thy corpse. Corpse over here is corpse. Had I as many eyes as thou hath wounds. So he's seeing Caesar's body and he's saying that there are so many wounds on your body, and I wish I had as many eyes as the wounds that you have on your body. Then with all those eyes, I would be weeping as fast as they stream forth thy blood. He's saying these wounds which you have got on your body, they are spurting out blood, streams of blood. He's saying, I wish I had an equal number of eyes, so that those many eyes, as many as your wounds are, would stream with tears, just the way in which all your wounds are streaming blood. It would become me better than to close in terms of friendship with thine enemies, and that would be better for me rather than shaking hands with your enemies. It will be better for me to have so many eyes and stream so much of so much of tears. In terms of pardon me, Julius. Now please note over here, he is using the word Julius, means he is using his first name. So it just shows how friendly he has been to Caesar. Pardon me, Julius. Here was thou bade, brave heart. Bade over here means brought to a halt and then wounded. Okay, so he was brought to a halt. If you remember the scene before this where we were talking about the earlier lines, Caesar was on his way, he was proceeding, and there he was stopped by Metellus Cimber and the other conspirators. So Antony is saying, here was thou bade, because Antony was there all the time. So Antony has seen everything. So he's saying, here was thou bade, brave heart. Heart, there is a pun on the word heart over here, where he says heart means a stag, and heart also means your heart. Okay, so it means both the things. So here was thou brave heart. Here didst thou fall, and here thy hunters stand, signed in thy spoil. So he's saying, here you were bade, here you were killed, here you were stopped, here you were wounded, and here stand your hunters, those who have hunted you. They are standing over here in your spoil. Crimsoned in thy lath. Lath actually means in thy death, means in thy death body. Now lath over here, if you read the meaning given to you, lath here literally it means life blood, but actually lath was the river of death in the classical underworld, that is in the Roman times. It was a river of death. One who drank its water forgot once past. And here it implies that Caesar has forgotten all his earthly possessions. Obviously, once you die, you have no connection with the world. So obviously you have forgotten all your earthly possessions. So that is the pun over here. Did you understand? If not, rewind and see it again. And this indeed, O world, the heart of thee, how like a deer strucken by many princes dost thou here lie. So now he is saying that in this indeed, O world, thou wast the forest to this heart. So now Antony is addressing the entire world. Till now he was addressing Caesar's corpse. Now he is talking to the entire world. He is addressing the world that, oh world, you were a forest for this heart. Which heart? The heart of Caesar. Means where Caesar has been compared to a stag, he has been compared to a deer. So he's saying this entire world was a forest wherein this deer by the name of Caesar, who used to roam around freely all over the world. And this indeed, O world, the heart of thee. That means, and indeed Caesar was your heart. So that is what he means. There are two different spellings of heart. One heart means the stag or the deer, and the other one means the heart. That means your heart. So he's saying, and this indeed, O heart, O world, the heart of thee. So, O world, you are the forest in which this beautiful stag used to roam around. And, O world, this person who lies over here, this corpse who lies over here, was your heart. How like a deer strucken by many princes dost thou here lie. Now again he is speaking to the corpse, and he is saying that like a deer strucken by many princes. Look at the words he has used. Strucken by many princes. So even though he is grieving, Mark Antony does not forget to be noble while he is talking about the conspirators, so that the conspirators do not even have an iota of what he is planning to do, so that the conspirators still continue to think that he is on our side. So he calls them many princes. Dost thou here lie? Cassius, however, Cassius says, Mark Antony. So he is sort of cautioning Mark Antony that I can understand what you are trying to speak. Antony, pardon me, Caius Cassius. The enemies of Caesar shall say this. He's saying this much tribute, the tribute which I am paying to Mark Antony, the tribute that I, Mark Antony, am paying to Caesar is something that even his enemies would say. Even his enemies would acknowledge the fact that Caesar was indeed a beautiful stag which could roam around this whole world, which was like a forest. He's saying this much even his enemies are going to say. Then I am a friend, and I have every right to say it, because I am doing it in all modesty. I am Caesar's friend and I have a right to say it. So I am not exaggerating anything. That is what he is trying to say. Cassius, I blame you not for praising Caesar so Cassius immediately changes his stance, and he says, I am not blaming you for praising Caesar. But what compact mean you to have with us? Means what is the agreement that you are planning to have with us? Let us be clear about what agreement you want with us. What exactly are you thinking about us? What is the agreement that you want with us? What compact mean you to have with us? Will you be pricked in number of our friends? So are you going to be with us as a friend? Or shall we continue what we are planning to do and not depend on you? So you want to stand here with the corpse and you want to talk to the corpse, you want to be melancholious. So what do you want us to do? Do you want to be counted as one of our friends who is with us, or should we just move on, leaving you over here? Now Antony is saying, Antony is surprised. He's saying, therefore I took your hands, but was indeed. So he's saying, I took your hands, means I shook my hands with you all because I consider you as my friend. है ना? जब भी हम किसी को दोस्त मानते हैं तो ही हम हाथ मिलाते हैं ना. So he's saying, I shook hands with you because I consider you my friend. So, but was indeed swayed from the point by looking down on Caesar. He's saying, but I just forgot that because I was looking at Caesar's corpse. So he's saying, I forgot that. Friends am I with you all. I am friends with all of you. And I love you all. Upon this hope that you shall give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous. So he's saying, I am your friend, no doubt. I have shook hands with you. I have agreed to be your friend. But there is one condition, that you will give me a reason, you will explain to me why you had to kill Caesar. What was the cause that made you kill Caesar? You will have to clarify. Brutus, or else were this a savage spectacle? So Brutus is saying, if we are not able to give you a satisfactory reason, then this was just a savage and wild spectacle that we have done. Our reasons are so full of good regard that were you Antony, the son of Caesar, even if you were Caesar's son, you will be satisfied. Now Antony is saying, that's all I seek, and am moreover a suitor, means a petitioner, that I may produce his body to the marketplace, and in the pulpit, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral. Now, speak in the order of his funeral, this refers, children, please mark this these 4 lines. I think it's very relevant and it's quite important, the way Antony has asked for permission to speak at Caesar's funeral. So he is saying, because speak in the order of the funeral here refers to an ancient custom which was followed by the Romans, that a dead person of an illustrious rank, somebody who had a good rank, a dead person of an illustrious rank, when his funeral procession went through the forum and to the pulpit, there at the pulpit a relative or a friend or somebody of the status of a magistrate would have the honors of paying a tribute to him. Now here if you see, Antony was a consul. First and foremost, he was a consul. Secondly, he was also a friend of Caesar's. He was a priest also. So Antony has all the 3 qualities, and therefore Antony has every right. You remember, Antony was a priest, he was a Luperci, so he has all the right. He is a friend also, he is a Luperci also, and he is of the order of a magistrate. So he's saying, I have every right to speak at his pulpit. Now Brutus, you shall, mark Antony, because Brutus knows he cannot deny Antony the right that Antony actually has. Cassius, Brutus, a word with you. Aside to Brutus. So he takes Brutus on one side and he speaks to him. You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak in his funeral. Know you how much the people may be moved by that which he will utter? So now Brutus over here Cassius has taken Brutus on one side and he has whispered to him that, Brutus, do not consent that Antony speak at Caesar's funeral. Don't you know how easily he will move the mob? Because the mob is fickle-minded. We have seen the mob has been described as a fickle-minded mob. So this is going to be an example of the fickle-mindedness of the mob. So Cassius is warning Brutus. But however, Brutus is saying, by your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first and show the reason of our Caesar's death. And when Antony shall speak, I will protest. Now what is the meaning of protest over here? Announce. Means I will announce. It's not the actual meaning of protest that we know in today's term. It's like, that earlier the word roasted or to roast means to sekau something. To roast something on the frying pan, to roast it. And in today's generation, when you say that he was roasted, you mean that he was joked upon, or he was that is in today's context. So similarly, protest at that time in the Shakespearean time meant to announce. So he's saying, I will protest. He speaks by leave and by permission, and that we are contended Caesar shall have all the true rites and lawful ceremonies. It shall advantage more than do us wrong. So he's saying it will be more advantageous to us. So Cassius is saying, I know not what may fall, but I like it not. So Cassius is very suspicious about Antony. He knows Antony's oratory skills and he's saying, I don't know what is going to fall, and I don't like it. But he cannot argue with Brutus because he knows that Brutus has a lot of respect in Rome. So we'll leave Cassius over here with his suspicions in his mind, and next time we'll continue with Brutus's speech. Now, I don't know, children, how many lectures I'm going to take to complete this scene, but I'm trying to make it a little smaller and a little shorter so that it gives you time to comprehend, to understand, to think about what we have said, and so that you will be able to learn it. So, see you at the next module. Goodbye, all of you all.